My life. It was very depressing and lonely and chaotic. I really felt alone. I really felt that I had made horrible mistakes, and that's what I had to live with. I didn't have a light at the end of the tunnel. It was just more of a deal with tomorrow as it comes kind of thing, and not in a positive perspective, but I guess you would say survival mode. The last time he ever physically hurt me was when my daughter was 3 months old. He was holding her and he was punching me in the face and kicking me while I was on the floor. And that was hard. But I remember praying out loud. And I asked God that forgive me for everything that I had done, because I left a wonderful home with wonderful parents, and I chose this life, and it was miserable. And I'm sorry for bringing children into this life that had to suffer with me, but please, just to protect my daughter, and if I had to die that day, I was okay with it. I was bruised up, my face was swollen, and I ran to the bathroom, and I locked myself in there. And he apologized. He stood back, holding my baby, stood back and sat on the couch and started crying and telling me that he was so sorry. So I prayed again and I told God, thank you.
Katie experienced multiple instances of physical abuse, sexual abuse from her husband at the time. While she was pregnant, he was physically abusive to her, threatening to her. When Katie first came to the Needs Council, she was seeking safety and security and reassurance, was just looking for some stability and some reassurance that what she was doing was the right thing.
I didn't care about myself. It was never about me. It was always about my kids. And when I met my counselor, it was different. It was odd. I wanted to keep talking and talking and talking for hours, and I just wanted to be cured. It was a place where I thought, nobody can hurt me in here.
The child that I dealt with was a very angry child whenever he first came to me in counseling. They had just left the abusive situation, and he was really being torn between managing his emotions and his anger towards his mother who had left the abusive situation. Because of her leaving, he was experiencing there was a lot of financial stress. You know, the father was attempting to gain an alliance with him by promising him gifts, by buying him things.
He was the smartest little boy, the sweetest, most gentleman little boy since he was born. And after first grade, he wasn't that boy anymore.
So through the counseling process, we began to recognize some of the emotions that he was feeling. He was very protective of his mother in some situations, but yet in other situations he was very angry and sometimes would even become more physical with her. So encouraging the mom to maintain the boundaries, working with the child to develop more adaptive ways to manage these emotions was key to this child's growth and healing.
And now, because of counseling and because the counselor suggested a psychologist, I have my little boy back. I never had a voice. I never could explain my side of the story So to come in here and to be able to tell her how I felt and what I wanted, and more importantly, what I wanted for my kids, that was enough for me. I really didn't care about myself, but my kids.
The wait list bothers me because when someone is finally ready to get counseling, I don't want them to have to wait. So if we get a 5th counselor in here, then there'll be a counselor here every day. All the staff know enough about the domestic violence and sexual abuse counseling to be able to be a comfort and to assure them that you are going to get a professional counselor who's going to meet with you. And right now, though, we're going to talk just about what you need today to feel safe.
If it wasn't for counseling, my children would not be happy today.